Deforestation itself was estimated at an alarming rate of 13 million hectares per year in the period 1990 to 2005. Deforestation results in immediate release of the carbon stored in the forest carbon pools as carbon dioxide emissions. The emissions from deforestation are significant. It is estimated that deforestation contributed globally to approximately 20% of annual greenhouse gas emissions in the late 1990s. This makes deforestation or forest loss the world's second largest source of greenhouse gas emissions. The situation therefore has to change if we are to rise to the global challenge of climate change. What therefore is at stake in Bali? Let me first take you back a bit in time before I will explain what's at stake here. It is 2 years ago at the 11th Conference of the Parties in Montreal that talks on reducing emissions from deforestation in developing countries started. Papua New Guinea and Costa Rica put forward a proposal on reducing emissions from deforestation in developing countries and approaches to stimulate action. Parties recognize the importance of the issue in relation to addressing climate change, particularly in light of the large contribution of deforestation activities in developing countries to global greenhouse gas emissions. The 11th Conference of the Parties also provided a mandate for further work and called for a decision to be adopted 2 years later, that is at the 13th Conference of the Parties, which is where we are now in Bali. What are the issues to be discussed here? The COP is expected to adopt a decision in Bali on reducing emissions from deforestation in developing countries. The decision text currently under consideration provides recognition of the urgency to take action to reduce emissions from deforestation in developing countries and lays the groundwork for an early start to capacity building activities and pilot projects in developing countries that wish to reduce emissions from deforestation, mobilization of resources by governments to support such capacity building and pilot activities, and identifying and undertaking methodological work required in order to estimate emissions from deforestation, including on how to establish baselines. These decisions are important to pave the way forward to an arrangement for reducing emissions reduction from deforestation in a new international climate change deal.